Mr. Drabu would like you to believe that the Indian state was only constituted and carved out by the British in 1947. But for his information, I'll tell him that the Indian nation that we call Bharat had existed for 5,000 years. And Jammu and Kashmir, especially, has been the fountainhead, has been the cultural and philosophical fountainhead of India. So it's not just in the context of 1947 or what has happened after that. And on a lighter note, I'll tell you why Kashmiris have Indian genes. There's a reservation policy that we have in India. And on the front page, it's written it's temporary. It should have gone decades and decades ago. Similarly, on Article 370, it's written on the front page that it is temporary. खून तो एक ही है, जीन्स तो एक ही हैं, तो पॉलिटिक्स और हरकतें भी एक ही होंगी. ये पूरी तरीके से प्रूव हो जाता है. दूसरा, I won't get into politics much, I don't cover politics, but on the security aspect, I'll tell you, it was a very good question. But साहब, सीन ये हुआ है कि आर्मी भी सेम है, पुलिस भी सेम है, सीआरपीएफ भी सेम है. जम्मू कश्मीर में बदला क्या है? पॉलिटिकल विल बदली है. एक जो हम कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस वहां नहीं देखते थे, वो अब धीरे धीरे देखने लगे हैं. और अभी भी पूरी तरीके से नहीं देखते हैं. अभी भी वो मैनिपुलेशन, थोड़ा सा वो इकोसिस्टम, इको चैम्बर, वो चलता रहता है. आप क्या देखते थे? यू यूज्ड टू सी एंड विटनेस इन कश्मीर दैट यासीन मलिक used to come. He used to kill Kashmiri pandits. And many don't know, for your information, he has killed Kashmiri Muslim women also. When he killed those Air Force men, there were 2 Kashmiri Muslim women also there. And what are the consequences that Yasin Malik has? He is given all the money by the same people that are named here on the dais. He is not just receiving money from the other side. He is receiving money, resources, everything possible here. He is getting 5-star hotel accommodation. He's getting money for hospitals, any medical checkups, everything possible. And the case that he has against him of killing 4 Indian Air Force men, leave alone Kashmiri Pandits, forget Kashmiri Pandits, of killing Indian forces, it's pending for 35 years. What are you talking about? I mean, the change now today is that even though, I criticize the government कि आपने ये special Tata court में तो यासीन मलिक के खिलाफ कोई action नहीं लिया. But there's a 2017 terror hawala case where Yasin Malik has got life imprisonment, and you can perhaps now believe that he will die in Tihar jail. He may not get, फांसी शायद नहीं हो, but he will die in Tihar jail. There's no question of him coming out. Today, what we see is that if there is a stone pelter who comes out, I haven't seen in the last 5 years, yes, there were democratic protests that happened after 370. I was in Kashmir. I witnessed it. Many people have not reported it, not told you, but there were protests that happened. But if you pick up the gun, if you pick up a stone, there will be consequences. As there would be in North Delhi, where riots are happening. Hindus, Muslim, anybody who is picking up a gun or a stone against law enforcement authorities, there would be consequences. It's as simple as that. उसमें ये नहीं होगा कि पीडीपी के कोई फोन करेगा, अरे छोड़ दीजिए, स्टोन पेल्टर तो है अनंतनाग का, अरे जेएंडके बैंक में रिलेशनशिप मैनेजर उसको रिक्रूट कर लेते हैं. दिस यूज्ड टू हैपन. नॉट एनी मोर. आई मीन, जमाते इस्लामी एलिमेंट्स वर रिक्रूटेड इन गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया. द्राबू साहब से आप पूछिए कि महबूबा मुफ्ती जी ने क्या किया जम्मू एंड कश्मीर में. स्टोन पेल्टर्स वर गिवन फ्री हैंड. आप चलिए, जो करिए. जमाते इस्लामी वॉज गिवन अ फ्री हैंड. एंड रादर you had an FIR against Major Aditya, who was trying to peacefully move out, and there was an attack on his life and his men, and he fired. That case went to Supreme Court of India, and finally justice prevailed. So the consequences जो consequences होने चाहिए थे, that are visible in the rest of the country, that were not visible in Jammu and Kashmir. So I think, as I mentioned earlier, the might of the state, the might of the Constitution of India, the might of the law of the land needs to prevail there. There are terror hawala cases, many arrests have happened, etc. But I still believe there's much more to be done. I think a panelist or the moderator mentioned Kashmiri Pandits. I think Usman Saab mentioned. कहाँ कश्मीरी पंडितों के लिए कुछ किया? मैंने तो बोलना ही छोड़ दिया है. I don't even tweet about it. Nobody is interested in the return of Kashmiri Pandit. BJP तो बिल्कुल ही नहीं है. I mean, BJP would say that we want, but I think the senior leadership of the BJP believes that Kashmiri Pandits are Congress supporters. ये सिंपल सी बात है. probably that's wrong. I see most of the community members who are around me who are completely BJP supporters. But there is a belief कि ये कांग्रेसी हैं, कांग्रेस सपोर्टर हैं, इंदिरा गांधी के टाइम से ये जो वो कोटरी था ये चल रहा है. I think this is a wrong perception to have. In a democracy, everybody has a right to support whatever ideology you want to. But I think even if Kashmiri Pandits are Congress supporters, will you take away the right of justice from them? Will you take away the right of return to their homeland from them? And जो भी कश्मीरी पंडितों के लिए कुछ एक चीज हुई है वो 6,000 नौकरियां जो आप बार बार कहते हैं वो तो मनमोहन सिंह के टाइम पे हुई हैं जब डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह वहां पर थे और उसी को अब बोला जा रहा है कि आप करेंगे ये करेंगे वो करेंगे. आई थिंक आई विल बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, nobody in Kashmir today wants Kashmiri Pandits to return. These are gimmicks कि आप हमारे जिस्म का अंग हैं, आप हमारा पार्ट हैं, हम तो आपके बिना जी नहीं सकते. I think there are more efforts that are required for reconciliation, but that reconciliation will only happen when there is justice and there is step and semblance that is brought by the government and by the people, by the politicians of Jammu and Kashmir. और आखिरी में मैं एक एनेक्डोट आपको देता हूँ कि 370 जब हुआ उसके 3 दिन के बाद मैं पुलवामा गया. And in Pulwama, there's a village called Balhama, which is predominantly a Shia village. और बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग हुआ, मैंने सोचा भी नहीं था, मैं वो शिया और सुन्नी के प्रिज्म से भी सोच नहीं रहा था वहाँ पे. आई इंटरव्यूड अ स्मॉल young boy who was a lawyer. And after the interview, he told me that, can I request you not to, telecast this interview? And I said, क्यों? He said, देखिए आप तो पंडित यहाँ से चले गए, हमको तो यहाँ जीना है ना. तो I said, why are you saying this? He said, नहीं, हम यहाँ पर रह रहे हैं, ये इलाका जो है गिरा पड़ा है पुलवामा में. So please think. I did not telecast this, but you could see fear in his voice, even though he gave me a very brave interview just minutes before that. I think this is also a reality of Kashmir that we need to speak about. Thank you.